welcome to episode 20 of the Pretty Positive Podcast. It is your girl, Ranisha, aka Ronnie. You already know who this is. Welcome to this episode. This episode is going to be called Pretty But Finished. I'm not spinning the block again, okay? Pretty but finished. And I just want to make this very clear. When I do make these episodes, it doesn't necessarily mean these are things that's going on in my life right now. These are just things that I've been wanting to talk about, that I'm getting to talk about now that I have my podcast, right? So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down below. Comment if you like this video so I can keep coming out with some great content. As always, my son is in the background. Mickey Mouse is in the background. I'm a mom. I got to do both, okay? I got to get it when I fit in. You know what I mean? So episode 20, again, it's called Pretty Finished. And basically, like I said, it's just letting you guys know I'm not spinning the block again, okay? So this episode's about being done with repeated situations, people, habits, cycles. No more, one more chance, no more, maybe this time. You're not bitter. You're not just doubling back, okay? So we done with that. So if I left you alone, why would I go back and play with it again? I used to do this, guys. And if I'm not doubling back, if it didn't work the first time, then that was my answer. Like, why am I trying to go back to something that clearly is not serving me or clearly has not changed? You know what I mean? So I've been doing this a lot. When I was younger, I was a double backer. Even in my early 20s, I was a double backer. I think once I hit 30 and then had my child and stuff like that, I kind of was just like, I can't keep playing myself. You know what I mean? Now, I've had relationships where I felt like I needed to double back because I had unfinished business or there was so much love there. So I thought, and I thought it was meant to go back too. But now I'm just like, you know what? I can't keep doubling back on something that's not, A, nothing has changed from the situation. B, it was not good for me. It wasn't healthy. It wasn't, like I said, serving me, or it wasn't making me feel good. Or 3, it was just negative, I guess, overall. So yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm just not gonna keep, putting myself in those situations. I really went back like something was going to be different, and that embarrassed me even more, at the end of the day. So I'm just trying to be better, with moving forward with my life and realizing like better things are going to come out of whatever, I decide to go to, better than doubling back to something that I learned my lesson from or served me my purpose. So going back sometimes can be a comfort habit, I've noticed, because like if you're, especially with a person, let's say you decide to go back to someone you have some time with, some years with, whatever the case may be, you go back because you're comfortable with that person. They know everything about you. You know that whatever the case may be is going to be whatever the case it may be. You know what I mean? You already know so much about them. But then you realize that sometimes your comfort zone is keeping you stuck. Sometimes that comfort zone be keeping you stuck, and you don't want to be stuck. You trying to grow. You trying to go forward with your life. You trying to build a future. You trying to be a better person, or whatever the case may be. So sometimes when you get in that comfort zone with someone, you get stuck in this cycle, and it never ends until one of you break, of course. So it's not love. It's not hope. It's literally just comfort. It's not anything to be, sometimes we got to get out of our comfort zone. That's what they say. Nothing changes if nothing changes, basically, guys. So as much as we're comfortable with people, habits, whatever the case may be, if nothing is changing and you don't feel like you're getting anything positive or whatever out of it, it's not going to change. So it's same person, same mindset equals same outcome, basically. Like, that's just not, It's not healthy. And I've been through situations where, I felt at a standstill with someone, or maybe they were at a standstill with me, and I felt like nothing was growing out of this. We are not getting anywhere, but turning into arguments, or we're turning into, just being each other's comfort person. And that's not fair. You know what I mean? You don't need closure. You need discipline. Closure is often just another conversation that goes nowhere. And I've realized that the older I got, I used to always want closure. Oh, do you need to tell me why you did this? I need to know why you did that. Da, da, da. How about God bless? God bless respectfully. Maybe I'm not your person. You're not my person. God bless you. And move on. Closure is just not going to go anywhere sometimes. You don't need it. Respecting your own no is what's gonna matter. You gotta stand on your no. And I was one of those people that did not stand on my no, because I'm such a nice person. At heart, I have a big heart for people. I'm very kind when it comes to certain things. And I did not stand on my no. When you say you were done, you better stand on it. When you said you trying to heal from whoever, this and that, don't be going back to the person you're trying to heal from. Ooh. Somebody need to hear that. Don't go back to the person that you're trying to heal from. Stand on your word, honey. Anyway, I'm not spinning a block. I'm changing the whole neighborhood, honey. I'm changing the environment. I'm changing how I'm moving. I'm changing my boundaries, everything. I'm not spinning the block, especially if the block ain't nice to me, or the block ain't positive, or the block ain't motivating, or whatever. If the block is just not where I should be, I'm creating my own neighborhood, and I'm changing my own neighborhood. Okay? If I have to question it the first time, I'm not revisiting it. Okay? If it was a question mark, what's the point of me trying to go back and try to fix? You know what I mean? Like, I'm at this age. I'm 32. I'm not playing nobody's games. I'm not playing nobody's games. Okay? What you want to do? What are your expectations out of me? How are we gonna do this? Let's have fun. Let's be cool. Let's be in love. Let's whatever. You know what I mean? I want everything. I want the good. I don't want the extra stuff. And I want the open honesty. I want the clear communication. I want, this is what you're doing. This is what I'm doing. Okay. Because people don't have to be in relationships. You know that? If you don't want to be single and just dating each other and still have whatever situation, you don't got to put a title on it. Stop rushing this title. You know what I mean? Take things as it comes. I will never, and I used to be a person that I want my man to be my man. Quick with it. Like, what are we? Slap a title on it. No, I'm not like that no more. If you feel like you want to still do what you want to do that. I don't want my feelings to get all involved. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket if your eggs is everywhere else. I need to know what's going on. You know what I mean? Familiar doesn't mean good, y'all. I can be familiar with men. I can be familiar with a certain habit. It doesn't always mean that it's a good thing. You know what I mean? We got to stop romanticizing, what didn't work. It just didn't work. Block, mute, distance yourself if needed. It's okay. It used to be so hard for me to block people because I'm nice. It used to be so hard for me to distance myself too quick from people because I'm nice and I feel bad. And, I started being like, but it's not, I can get over it. No, get that up out of here in the name of Jesus. When you feel tempted to go back, remember why you left, y'all. Sometimes you got to flash back a little bit, have those flashbacks in your head and be like, oh, that's why I don't mess with you. You know what I mean? And not saying people can't change, because there's a possibility that people can change and grow up and, they come to you and apologize or whatever the case may be. Y'all have a grown adult conversation and it can all change everything. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about the people that stay in the same and expect you to come back. You know what I mean? No. When you feel that temptation, even if it's, whatever the case may be, they was doing a little something for you. You know what I mean? Don't go back, because you got to remember why you ain't in that situation no more. Okay. It's definitely a reason why. And like I said, sometimes we get very comfortable in the bad. We get very comfortable in the toxicity. We get very comfortable with the people that treat us like crap. And like I was saying in my last podcast, or the one before the last one, stop taking the bare minimum. Like, certain things should just be a given, and that's that. We all should have our own standards for ourselves. We should all expect good because we deserve good, especially if we're giving good. Now, if you're giving bad juju and bad energy, that's you gonna get what you're gonna get. But I'm talking about the good people that are positive, that comes in with a full heart, that comes in with positive energy, whatever, you know what I mean? You deserve everything. You don't deserve the bare minimum. So just remember that. Just don't try to spin the block because you're comfortable with the bad, because you feel like this is all you can get. This is all I have to offer. This is all, whatever. Because it's not. There's someone out there for everyone. There's someone that's willing to do the things that you want to do in life. And, it's just going to take time sometimes, And I really do believe everyone has their person. I really do believe, love it makes the world go around. And I feel like, there's always a way to, get to a place where, you are truly loved and taken care of. And it's not easy, of course. Love is a whole process, but don't settle for something out of comfortability. And also, stop spinning the block when the block is still the same block. If I'm moving out of a bad neighborhood, right? Let's say I'm moving out of a bad neighborhood. I don't know. This is probably a bad example, but I'm just trying to think of something. And they doing all the shooting and stuff. They stealing out your house. Why would I move back to that neighborhood? Because I'm comfortable. Because I know the people over there. That's the only reason why. But I'm okay with getting robbed. I'm okay to I'm hearing gunshots at night. I'm okay with, packages getting stolen. I don't know. Let's try something new, and let's not be afraid of it, because new things are scary. Change is scary. But guess what? Sometimes you gotta get that little nudge to get out there and really see what life has to offer. And sometimes that goes with relationships too. I'm not a relationship guru. I'm just telling you that spinning the block not always is the good thing, especially if you're not seeing any changes within that person. Now, like I said, the other side, some people do level up and change and whatever the case may be, but we ain't talking about those people, like I said. But thank you guys for this quick episode of Pretty Positive Podcast. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the support and views that I've been getting these last few episodes. You guys do not understand. It means so much to me. It makes me want to keep going. It motivates me. It makes me want to put these out consistently. I'm just overly appreciative of every little view I get. You guys don't understand. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing that I always tell when I pray. I'm like, God, please help me use my voice in ways that I can help people. I don't know what way, but please help me. So I am blessed, and you guys are so kind to even, give me 15, 20 minutes of your time, even if you're not watching it entirely and you're stopping in between or on your way home or at work, or I don't know, I appreciate this, because you could be doing anything else in this world and you deciding to listen to little old me, and I don't take that for granted. I'm appreciative. But thank you guys so much. Have a blessed night. I know if this is a late drop, I will definitely try to network it as much as I can, because I don't like dropping this late. But I was like, I have to record. So thank you guys so much. If someone said love don't make the world go round, they are a liar. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Have a great night. Bye.